to our module entitled My Eco Footprint. I read an article on Hub Pages recently that reflects the essence of the human responsibility in taking care of Mother Earth. Do not feel that you do not matter. Do not feel that your actions do not concern or affect anyone else. You are valuable not only to your family, friends, race and nation, but you are valuable to our Earth. Your actions affect her and all the living things that you connected to her. We breathe the same air and pollution. We experience the same climate change, but suffer differently. This is your chance to make a difference. The United Nations declared 2010 to be the International Year of Biodiversity. It is a celebration of life on Earth and of the value of biodiversity for our lives. The world was invited to take action in 2010 to safeguard the variety of life on Earth, and thousands of biodiversity actions all over the world have contributed to conserving our biodiversity. These actions have become a model for other communities, regions and countries, and the initiative itself has served as a springboard for increased and concrete action beyond 2010. A renewed and enhanced place of biodiversity, conservation and awareness raising can now start. A number of success stories have been selected out of nearly 1,100 partners. The Made in Countdown 2010 publication is a collection of 20 of the best success stories by Countdown 2010 partners, which have helped to make a difference for biodiversity. The stories come from partners from Europe to Africa, from North America to South America, from Asia to Oceania, and from cities and companies to museums and community groups, showing examples of successful actions which include adaptation to protection measures, implementation of action plans, raising awareness and reduction of biodiversity impact. In this module, we are going to show you what an ecological footprint is, who is doing it, why they are doing it, and the science behind it. Then lastly, we are going to perform an ecological footprint calculation and discuss ways in which you can reduce your ecological footprint. Let us start by explaining just what an ecological or an eco-footprint actually is. Imagine this scenario. A man walks down the street and he comes across a chicken that lays 2 eggs each week. The first week he picks up 1 egg and leaves 1 for next week, and he moves on. The second week he comes with his friend. They take 2 eggs and leave 1. The third week 3 of them come and take all 3 eggs. And the fourth week 4 of them arrive, take the 2 eggs laid that week, and the chicken gives them an IOU for the following week. And in the fifth week 5 of them arrive. They take 2 eggs, all that's left, and the chicken that can't be trusted to fulfill its IOUs. It's actually not that funny. It's true and depicts how little regard for our environment and our planet, our economy and human greed has. And now we have taken advantage of all the resources we need for survival. This scenario depicts the essence of this training module, My Eco Footprint, where we are using up more resources, the eggs, than our planet, the chicken, can provide. We may not really know whether the egg or the chicken came first, but we do know that the chicken will be our final meal. Everything we do uses resources and services from nature. Nature provides the food we eat, the fiber for our fabrics, timber and paper, energy to run our vehicles, to heat and cool our homes and businesses, and powers our lights and electrical appliances, as well as provides land to build on. The total demand this consumption places on our ecosystems, namely forests, cropland, pastures, oceans, rivers, etc., are all defined within an ecological footprint. Measured in global hectares, which are hectares adjusted to reflect the world average biological productivity, the eco-footprint provides a snapshot assessment of the environmental demand associated with human activity at any scale, from that of an individual or a business to a nation or humanity as a whole. And just like the chicken and the egg scenario, comparing this demand with nature's supply allows us to understand in real terms how much of nature's available budget our activities require. With this information, we can more easily identify ecological risks, as well as opportunities for becoming more efficient in our use of limited resources. Ecological footprint analysis is an accounting framework relevant to this research question. It measures human appropriation of ecosystem products and services in terms of the amount of bioproductive land and sea area needed to supply these products and services. The area of land or sea available to serve a particular use is called biological capacity or biocapacity and represents the biosphere's ability to meet human demand for material consumption and waste disposal. Knowing the footprint of your personal or business activities can help you make decisions that save resources, both the planet's ecological resources and often your own financial resources, through increasing in operating efficiency. In an interconnected world where many of the ecosystems we depend on are already stressed, we all benefit when we help take the pressure off nature. The demand that populations and activities place on the biosphere in any given year, with prevailing technology and resource management of that year, is the ecological footprint. The supply created by the biosphere, namely the biocapacity, is a measure of the amount of biological productive land and sea area available to provide the ecosystem services that humanity consumes, our ecological budget. The formula in our calculations are based primarily on international data sets published by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, the United Nations Commodity Trade Statistics Database, and the International Energy Agency. It's a good time to take a moment and ask yourself a serious question. How can I help? First of all, you have made a very important step by signing up for this training module, learning how to calculate your eco-footprint. We invite you to join us in creating a world where we can all live well within the means of one planet. Together, we can create tremendous positive change. Everybody can make a difference, and we encourage you to help in whatever ways you can. Thank you for coming along on our journey with us at Eco-Analysts. What does the ecological footprint tell us? Humanity's ecological footprint can be illustrated in number of planets, where one planet equals the total biocapacity of the Earth in any one year. Since the late 1980s, we have been in overshoot, and currently the ecological footprint exceeds the Earth's biocapacity by about 30%. In other words, it now takes about 1 year and 4 months for the Earth to regenerate what we use in a single year. The eco-footprint illustrates that, as a global community, we currently need about 1.3 planets to meet our average consumption levels. The average global ecological footprint is 2.7 global hectares per person, while there are only 2.1 hectares of biologically productive area per person available on the planet. This is called overshoot, and much like spending more money than you earn, it is possible to exceed ecological limits for a while. But this deficit spending leads to the destruction of ecological assets on which our economy depends, such as depleted groundwater, collapsing fisheries, carbon dioxide, accumulated in the atmosphere, and of course, deforestation. The main contributor to overshoot is carbon dioxide emissions. We are emitting this greenhouse gas faster than the planet can reabsorb it. So it's building up in the atmosphere and contributing to climate change.